Hi everybody and welcome to the Messy Junk Room where we create whatever. Today, an easy little project. It was on Pinterest from Catherine Elizabeth who posted it, and I saved it because I thought, oh, I want to do that. Looks really easy. One of those projects that you can make when you don't know what else to do and you've got stuff all over your junk room table or desk. It's the size of a playing card. So you could even use the playing card as the base for this because it's the same size. But it has a little tag and you can make these any way you want. They're so cute. How would I use this? Well, it could be a standalone item that goes in anywhere, any journal, any book, could be a bookmarker. You can use it for journaling on the back. In the junk journal, I would use it for a pocket, gluing on 3 sides. Use it for a tuck spot, gluing on 2 sides. You could also turn it into an altered paper clip. These you can use any way you want. You might have some of your own ways to use them. So fun and easy to make. It's always good to see a project in use. How does it look in a journal or wherever you're going to use it? So this is my December 2022 junk journal. It's huge. And I've turned it into my ideas junk journal. So I'm putting things in here, projects I made that I really like. This is one of them. The card, the little tuck spot, and the tag. And I've made it a tuck spot, so it's only glued on 2 sides. So I could put another tag in here, or a letter, or whatever else you want. Can hold something back there. Let's make a bunch. Don't mind the mess. It's the messy junk room. The master board that I make is 12 by 12. I use really ugly scrapbook paper that I've had forever, and I just cover it up, leaving the white at the back as a writing spot. But these are some of the ones that I have at the ready. This one actually has a napkin over it, which gives it a nice effect. And then it's just, when I get those scraps to be too much, I just start making master boards. Now this one is leftover scrapbook paper. Oh, this one too has another napkin on it. That's a messy board. This one's just done out of maps. And again, this one is also with a napkin on top. This one I haven't cut down yet, but it's a garden master board. And these are my neutral ones, and I have quite a few, so it's just a matter of choosing one. Oh, I have one here. This has a rub-on this master board. Whoops. I love how this is a musical master board. It's all music on there. I do love having music on my master boards. I think I'm going to use this one for this project. So master boards is just, they don't have to be 12 by 12. You can use any size you want. And you just glue on your scraps of paper until it's covered. And then you have the base. And from there you can do all kinds of things. One of those things is what I'm going to do today. You can also, if you don't have master board ready to go, you can also use a deck of playing cards because they're pretty much the same size. It's just the corners that are different. So these would definitely work. Cover it with napkin, book pages. You can decorate these any way you want. They could be seasonal. It could be, oh, you can make them into a Christmas tag. This is the one that's finished. What you need is the base, whatever you're going to use for the base. Glue, obviously. I've got brads, but you don't have to. I have some made without brad, so this is just sewed. And I did make this one a Christmassy one, as I've been making lots of Christmas journals. I like leaving the threads, but you don't have to. This is the other one that's done. Looks like I gotta glue a little bit there, but that's easy. So really just your base, what you're covering it with, and then a little sliver. Brads, don't have brads, sew, don't sew. This one is made with eyelets, brads, and in my last video, I showed you that I used every piece of the book page in that project, including the strips that I tore off the sides, and then I zigzagged some of them straight stitched while I got those out. So here's, whenever I'm at the sewing machine, just have a pile of these and just stitch away while I'm using one of those strips, and this turned out to be so cool. So you don't need brads, and I'm not very good at going around the corners. You don't have to be. If you don't like how the first time went around, do it again and make it messy. No one will know. They'll think it was done on purpose. This one does not have any sewing around it, so they look just as lovely without sewing. This one doesn't have sewing around it, just the brads. A little bit of ink around the edges. And then this is a plain tag. So I got these tags at our dollar store in a package, which happened to be the perfect size for this. So enough waffling. I think you get the idea. And really, you can make these any size you want. You can make them bigger. You can make them smaller. So I think I had it at, I remember, 2.5. So I made strips of 2.5. This will be used for the strip that goes across. And then we turn them on the side, and I think it was 3.5. 3.5. Yep. 3.5. 2.5 by 3.5. 3.5 by 2.5. 3.5 lengthwise. 2.5 widthwise. And then if it wasn't exact, this was just a little bit over 3.5, it's fine. The measuring police are not going to come out and give you a ticket. Save that piece. Out of a 12 by 12, see, they're pretty much the same. Actually, that worked out that they're all, oh, except 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So out of a 12 by 12 paper, you get 12 cards, and then you also get the pieces that will cut to go across. And I'll use my smaller chomper. And what I did here is I don't know what the measurement is. It's the edge here, the blue. I thought that was a good size. A tidbit about if you're using book pages, watch for words that may not be appropriate for your junk journal. And I probably should have turned my paper to go this way, but that is okay. But they need to be 2.5 in width. Or close to it. And I'm doing 3 at once just to speed things up. And you might have these ones that are not as long as you need, but we can use those in other things. Nothing goes to waste in the junk room. You don't really need to decorate these too much. I mean, with all the different book pages that you use to decorate, you have different paper. So all I've done is used a script stamp. I use this on everything. And I'm just gonna, I was doing this yesterday and was realizing I was inking my table. I'm gonna do 3 at once. I have no idea where I got this script stamp, but I love it. Getting my Stays On ink. I'm gonna get it all juicy so that I can go across all 3 of them. Now the middle one, of course, will get the most, but that's okay. So you can stamp these up any way you want. See, just gives a little bit of interest. If you notice that there's some blank spots in them, you can stamp those up. You can use stickers. And I'm keeping them, like I said, really neutral. So my decorations, I'm not necessarily going to decorate them up too much because I just don't know where I'm using them. So I have lots of Christmas junk journals that may need some extra decorating. But even if you keep them neutral, you can put them in any junk journal. See, this one doesn't have a lot. Let's finish that ink off there. You could keep going to town if you wanted to with stamping, but now I'm going to ink around the edges with Jumbo Java. And I'm going to do, oops, no, stop the press. It's because it's buried. Gotta do the corners. This one's closest, makes them a little bit, I think this is a half. I was using a quarter on my other ones, but, and you don't even have to, round the corners. I'm just rounding the corners because that's what Catherine posted. So I just printed out this page She has some lace in the background there. And then it looks like there's a hole there to put some ribbon and lace stuff through. And then she's got a little letter to go in the tuck spot, the belly band. They're all inked up, including these little pieces. And now we just look at our cards and decide which piece we want to go across. What I look for is there, this one has music, so is there any music? No, there's not. So let's put that one with that. That looks good. This one has different paper on it, but it doesn't have this small text, so that's going to go there. This one, it's got music and numbers. Might need something there. So that looks good there. This one has a lot of music. Let's give it that fine print. That looks good. Or maybe it looks good going across there. Yes. Put these to the side. Could do these in like a assembly, a mass make. You could do these up. So then you decide how are you going to attach these. I've been using brads because I have lots of silver brads. But you could use buttons, you could use eyelets. You don't have to attach them with these. You could just put a dot there. But I like using these. But there's two different types of silver in here, so I got to make sure I got the right one. Move that out of the way. Here we go. I'm going to take this and I'm just going to line it up. I'm not going to push it down because I don't want it to crease. And I'm going to get my awl, my pokey tool. I'm going to come in a little bit and poke holes so that they're in the same spot. Then I'm going to put my brads in because I don't want the brads to go through my base to the back because I want that for writing. So then put those down away from the edge. Make sure the legs aren't off the edges. Push that down. And then I'm going to come in with glue and some masking tape just to cover those up a bit so they don't catch on anything. And I'm just going to use regular old white glue, all-purpose glue it says. I'm going to put glue over top, keep them in there. My masking tape, line it up. So nothing will catch on those legs of the brad. Pull it up. Trim your masking tape. Now you can decorate these. You can add a little sticker. You can stamp. You can put a word. There we go. Then bring back whichever one it was. And I'm going to use, I'll turn that around, I think. I want to use my art glitter glue because it will adhere quickly. And I'm just going to glue the two ends. Put it where I want. If you have some clips, just clip it until your glue dries. And then move on to the next. So I'll do one more. That's going to go there. 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 Okay. The reason why I would go in a bit is if I'm sewing around them, because my sewing machine, the foot will go through there and not be too perturbed by the brad. Get my shiny ones and repeat the process. Now I'm not going to do all 12 of them. Once you see one, you're pretty much ready to go. Push those down. So we'll bring this one back. It should be good now with the glitter glue holding. And then you make a tag. Now, like I said, I've got these little tags from my dollar store that came in a package that fit perfectly there. And what I did for these, I just use washi tape to decorate. I don't use a lot of washi tape, and I have washi tape. It's like, use it. And washi tape doesn't stick forever. So put some glue on it. Wrap it around. There's one that has yellow on it. Maybe not that. But you can decorate these any way you want. Whatever you have used, don't go out and buy things. I think that's a mistake we all do. The step that I didn't do was stamp the back of it with that script stamp. Not a problem. We'll just do it now. But it is much easier to do it with yeah, much easier to do it on a blank tag. Take that out. And that instantly just adds interest. If you don't like wrapping it around, You can cover this with another piece of paper or just cut it off. Butterflies are always a great go-to, but again, depends on your project that you're kind of blends too much maybe. Oh, like maybe an oval. Don't want to be here forever deciding. There. If I knew what journal I would be putting this in, I would decorate accordingly. For here, I'm just going to use this, can you see it? This mesh. You can put faux stitching around it. If you have a stamp that looks like stitches from a sewing machine, or you can just mark them yourself. I have to figure out it's getting caught a little bit, so I need to go in and glue that paper down. The other one that's drying, this should be good. Do I have another card, another tag? And just, if you make them up like this in a neutral way, you could just keep them in a pile until you're ready to use them and know what project they're going to go in. So go make some. Have fun. And these ones, I'm just going to save with these pieces until I'm ready to work on them. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.